Everyone knew Train 814 as the fastest train in the country. He raced across valleys, tunneled through mountains, and blurred past towns so quickly that people barely saw his silver shine. His engine hummed with pride, his wheels sang on the tracks. On time is everything, the other trains used to say, and Train 814 believed it. Every morning, as the sun rose over the railway yard, 814 powered up. Signals flashed green, schedules were checked, seconds mattered. He didn't look left, he didn't look right. He moved forward, fast, focused, flawless. Stopping was not his job. But one evening, something changed. As Train 814 sped through a quiet stretch of countryside, he noticed a small station. Old, worn, nearly forgotten. He had passed it hundreds of times before, but this time something felt different. On the platform stood a little girl. She held a faded backpack close to her chest. Her feet barely touched the ground. Her eyes stayed fixed on the tracks. Behind her, the station clock was broken, stuck at the same hour forever. Train 814 rushed past, but for the first time, his engine didn't just race, it wondered. That night, resting in the yard, 814 couldn't sleep. The voices of other trains echoed around him, bragging about speed and schedules, but all he could see was the girl on the platform, waiting. The next day, he passed the station again. She was still there, same backpack, same quiet hope. The signal was green, the rules were clear. Train 814 didn't stop. Still, his wheels felt heavier. On the third day, rain poured down from dark clouds. The countryside blurred beneath gray skies. The station lights flickered weakly. The girl hugged herself against the cold. No one else waited there. No other train slowed. As Train 814 approached, warnings flashed inside him. Unscheduled stop not advised. But another thought rose louder. What if being on time isn't everything? His brakes hissed. Sparks flew. Against every rule he had ever followed, Train 814 slowed, and then he stopped. The world went quiet. The girl's eyes widened. Slowly, carefully, she stepped closer. "You stopped," she whispered, as if afraid he might disappear. Train 814 opened his doors. "Where are you going?" he asked gently. She smiled. "My grandma lives at the end of the line. She said she'd be waiting, but no train ever stops here anymore." Something warm spread through 814's engine, something new. The girl climbed aboard. As the doors closed, the station lights glowed a little brighter, as if relieved. At the final station, an old woman waited, leaning on a cane. When she saw the girl step off the train, her face lit up with joy. They hugged, tight and long. Train 814 watched in silence. That night, alarms rang in the railway yard. Schedules were disrupted. Officials argued. Other trains stared. "You stopped?" one asked. "On purpose?" said another. Train 814 didn't answer. The next morning, something unexpected happened. At the small station, more people were waiting. A man with a toolbox, a woman holding flowers, a boy clutching a letter. And Train 814 stopped again. Then again the next day. And the next. Soon the station wasn't forgotten anymore. Fresh paint covered old walls, lights stayed on, laughter returned. Other trains began to slow, some even stopped. Train 814 was no longer the fastest, but as he rolled along the tracks, carrying stories instead of seconds, he understood something important. Sometimes the most meaningful journeys begin when you choose to stop. And for the first time, Train 814 didn't measure his success by time, but the lives he carried forward.